For anybody who's interested in what's on my face today, because I always get questions, on my lips is MAC Creme de Nude with MAC Cream Cup over top of it. I think it makes the perfect nudie, peachy, pinky kind of lip. On my skin is my good old faithful Estee Lauder Maximum Cover in the colour Creamy Ivory. This looks amazing in photos, amazing in videos. It's just amazing coverage, but get a sample before you actually commit to buying because this coverage is insanity. It's not for the faint-hearted. On my cheeks I have, as a contour, I used MAC Taupe Shape, which is specifically a contour colour. This is a pro product only. As highlight, I'm wearing MAC Soft and Gentle. And for blush, I have a very, very tiny amount of MAC Stereo Rose. My favourite blush of all time. But it was limited edition and very hard to get your hands on. And on my eyes, I've got all the Lorac Pro palette. I'm wearing, what I'm wearing, Champagne all over the lid, and I've got Garnet and Espresso blended out into the outer corner underneath and a little bit into the crease, and I've lined using black using an angled liner brush, just very softly and smokily. And because my foundation is so full coverage, I found a little bit got into my eyebrows, so I needed to redefine them even though they've been tattooed on. And to do that I used the Allure brow pencil in the number 10 dark brown. It's actually a really good pencil. It has the spoolie on one side so you can brush through the product to take out any excess, and I find the pencil a really, really good shape for my eyebrows, so I just literally very, very roughly just outline them again. And yeah, I really like my makeup today. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming, as you can tell from the title, a disappointing products video. These are my favorite types of videos to watch, even more than favorites and best of videos. I much prefer these. I'd rather know what to avoid than what to go for, because then at least you can make a mental note in your head. That didn't work for her. But at the same time, I want you to know that some of these things may work for you. They just did not work for me, and I'll explain in each individual circumstance why it didn't work for me in particular. I have done disappointing product videos before. I will have them linked for you down below in the description box if you'd like to see them. But yesterday, Sinead from The Beautiful Truth here on YouTube uploaded a disappointing products video. If you want to click that box there, it will open her video in another tab and you can watch. If you're on a smartphone or a tablet though, that won't work. I will have it linked down below for anyone watching on a smartphone. Highly worth the watch. She is so honest, which, let's face it, is hard to find on YouTube these days. Controversial, we won't go there. So basically today I'm going to show you products that have not worked out for me. I'm going to start with base products, and this is something I actually really enjoyed when I first got it. It's the Olay BB Cream Complete Care Touch of Foundation in the shade Light. It has SPF 15, and when I first used it I was so happy. It had light coverage, it evened out my skin tone, it protected me from sunburn. However, when I went to India earlier in the year, I found while it looked good for the first half an hour to an hour, then it started to like ball off in parts, especially around here, and I'm not particularly dry around there, but it would start to kind of gather together in clumps, and it just looked like really, really badly applied bronzer. So it did work for me for a while, but in the heat, not good at all. Next is the Max Factor Skin Luminizer Foundation. Now, I also did a first impression review, I think, on this. I will have it linked down below as well. There'll be loads of links down below. But basically, I did like the I did enjoy this, but I've since found that when I try and buff it into the skin, it never actually buffs in. It just seems to sit on the skin, and I'd have, like, if I look in my magnifying mirror, I'd have tiny streaks all across my face. I find using it with fingers is slightly better, but the coverage is very minimal. It makes me look a little bit too oily for my liking, and it never properly buffs into the skin with a brush. I don't particularly like using my fingers with base products, so I'd say if you had dry skin this would be amazing, but for my oily skin it was a no-go. Next is a concealer by Bare Minerals, and it's a powder concealer, and this is absolutely raved about on YouTube and in blog world. Everyone loves this. It's the Well Rested concealer. So what people use this for is to set their under eye concealer. It's supposed to prevent creasing, really brighten up the under eye area, and set everything so it doesn't budge. I find this creases like a mother under my eyes. It literally makes me look so crepey, and a few people I've mentioned it to has said maybe you're using too much, but I only used a very tiny amount on a fluffy brush like this. This is the Inglot 4SS. I love this brush, but I only use a tiny bit and in the under eye area, and I find no matter how I apply it, it creases really badly, and I don't have particularly creasy under eyes, but this doesn't sit well, and that was basically a waste of $40, I think. Next is a shampoo, and you're probably sick to death of hearing me talk about my sensitive scalp. So I've tried basically everything on the market at this stage, but I was in my local chemist and the lady there recommended the Mugu range to me, and I've heard amazing things about Mugu. It's a really natural brand. It's formulated using natural products. I'm not 100% sure on the ethos of the company, but it gets rave reviews everywhere I've looked, and she recommended the Milk shampoo to me. And this is specifically designed for scalp friendly shampoo. It's an Australian company, and this is meant to be for anyone with a sensitive scalp, so I thought, hallelujah, this is going to be the answer to my prayers. No. So basically the second this starts lathering up on my hair, it almost feels, it's hard to explain, it almost feels dry. So dry that like it's really hard to lather, your fingers can't get through your hair. It feels wrong, and I wouldn't mind if my scalp was good with it, but my scalp literally itches the crap out of me the day after using this. So I don't recommend this for sensitive scalps, but a lot of people have recommended this to me for my sensitive scalp, but I know for sure it's a no-go for me, and it's literally up to like here, so I'm just gonna have to give that to my mom or something. I don't know, I just can't use it because it eats me alive. I Instagrammed about this one. This is the hand cream from Aldi, and it looked strikingly like the packaging of the L'Occitane hand cream, so I thought, oh my god, if it's a dupe this will be amazing. I think it was $2.99 or $3.99, something like that. I'll show you. So basically this is what it looks like, and if I blend it in, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it stays tacky and doesn't sink into the skin ever. So whenever I use this as a hand cream, I'd apply it and then I'd have to wipe my hands off on a towel to take off the excess residue. It just left a horrible residue on the hands. Smelled nice, wasn't overly moisturising. I am still faithful to my L'Occitane. However, you will notice I have hammered through this, and you're probably thinking, well, it can't be that bad. I've been using this on my feet at night time with a pair of cotton socks over it, just to really infuse the moisture into my feet, and it's been working okay for that. But I won't be repurchasing this just for a foot cream. I just don't believe in wasting products. Speaking of foot cream, this particular foot cream is raved about by everyone, and I just cannot see why. It's the Soap & Glory Heel Genius, and it comes in a tube that looks like this. People say this has changed their feet. It has made their feet feel like silky soft. It does nothing for me, literally nothing. I apply it and I do the whole thick layer cotton sock thing going to bed, and when I wake up my feet still feel dry. I just don't see the appeal to this. It doesn't even feel nice on the skin. No. So basically that's a little mini roundup of products I've been disappointed by recently. If you do enjoy these videos, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will know to keep doing them in future. Leave me a comment down below by any products you've been left disappointed by recently, especially if it's raved about by other people on YouTube or on blogs. I'd be really interested to hear any like cult products that have kind of disappointed you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!